I'm Dr. Emily Blair with Blue Sky Chiropractic.
And I'm Coach Sandra West with Square One Fitness.
Today we'll be going over the HoverDog. It's a variation of the quadruped position. This one is designed to really challenge the stabilizer muscles in your low back, the multifidi muscles. A lot of folks, those aren't working so well, so they're using the bigger muscles of their spine to stabilize themselves, and unfortunately that compresses the spine and causes low back pain. So these are a great way to start to wake up the spinal stabilizers. Once you're rock solid on your quadruped rock back, you know how to expand your spine, you know how to breathe down to your pelvic floor for good solid stability, we can start adding a little challenge in. So that this one is what we call HoverDog, where you push down with your toes and hover your knees off the ground. You may only be up for a split second. That is totally fine. Come on back down and relax out. It's not like a plank challenge where you want to build up. The idea of this homework is you're actually creating a little bit of enough challenge in your body that you're almost a little shaky. So Sandra's obviously very good at this, so we're going to give her another progression. So this time she'll come up with her knees hovering off the ground, and we'll lift one of her feet just a couple millimeters off the ground. Perfect. And then come on back down and relax out. Again, you don't have to hold the position. Then, if that is easy for you, you can progress to lifting one hand off the ground. Good. And if that's challenging, you can play around with just weight shifting. So maybe Sandra's like a little unstable on this. So I would have her think about putting 90% of your weight on your right hand, 10% on your left. And go ahead and come back down and relax. What we're looking for on this, we want you to be a little shaky. That means your brain is really thinking. It's really firing up maybe some of those stabilizer muscles that haven't fired in a while, but we want you to not completely lose your form. So one thing that we'll look for on this, go ahead and hover up and then maybe lift a leg. And then sometimes we'll see people's pelvis just fall. We'll start to see tilt. That means that's a little too much for you right now. If you're having trouble with that awareness, you can put, say, a slippery magazine on your back. You'll feel it shifting around as your pelvis is dropping. Good. And then come on back down. Once you're comfortable with just the HoverDog, we'll add in some sliding as well. So what you can do is get a furniture slider, put it under, say, your one of your feet, and then just slide your foot back, see how Sandra's not sagging. She's keeping that good neutral spine, that good tabletop appearance to her back. She's breathing. A lot of people want to just start holding their breath when you add in challenge. Good. And then a more advanced version is you can play around with a little bit of handwork, a little Mr. Miyagi there, wax on, wax off, trying to keep your shoulders stable and your low back stable. Again, these are pretty advanced, but you always do want to be working at a level where you're a little shaky, but your form is good. That's where the brain is doing most of its learning. If you want to get creative with your HoverDog, you can throw in some games here, especially if you have a partner, and you can throw the ball back and forth. Make sure you're not dropping your hips or you're unstable. If you get really good, and I don't know how well Sandra can illustrate this, you can throw the ball to yourself. Doesn't always work out so well. This may take a little practice, but some people can pull it off. It's something to aspire to. Take 3. There you go, almost.
4.
4. Let's see. So if you can, yes, if you can pull this off, send us your video and we will clap for you.